Hey guys, Colin here from CH Gadgets. So this is the first time that I know of personally in Google phone history where Google released a brand new Pixel 8 series without automatically discontinuing the previous gen. And I think there's a pretty simple explanation for this. But let's just say for all the people out there who don't want to break the bank, but they want a bang for the buck, then I think this phone should be one of the first stops you make. I mean, it's really simple. This thing is packing a lot of premium grade stuff for not a lot of money. So I mean, it makes sense. But let's check it out and see what you really get for this money. It's no secret that the 6A gets its design language from the more expensive Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, unlike the 7A that is almost identical to the Pixel 7. However, this smaller form factor feels so snug and clutch in the hands. Plus, it works out great for making longer phone calls since it is so lightweight. For regular content viewing, this display is really awesome because it is bright, vibrant, and rich. Plus, the dual speaker setup is really loud and immersive. Even though I'm a little spoiled from using much larger displays on something like the Pixel 7 Pro, the Galaxy S23 Ultra, I didn't really feel like I was missing out on too much because this display was so bright and pretty. It also supports 5G, which makes this one of the most affordable 5G sub-6 smartphones in the US right now at this price, and support for Wi-Fi 6 and 6E 6 GHz with MIMO and Bluetooth 5.2, NFC, and a bunch of other creature comforts that you use on a daily basis and don't even think about it, like GPS and all that stuff. You can immediately update to the latest version of Android out of the box, and Google promises 5 years of security patches and OS updates up to Android 16. It is a Pixel phone, so you get almost the entire Google Intelligence suite at your fingertips, which is another way of saying you have one of the smartest smartphones in your hand, along with one of the most advanced voice typing assistants, live caption, as well as real-time language translation with Live Translate, and a super useful call screening, direct my call, and Hold for Me, which lets the phone do the holding for you, which means if you're put on hold by an operator, the Google Assistant will wait on the line for you so you can get on with your day instead of sitting there holding the phone at your ears and waiting to hear somebody say something. And then the assistant will let you know as soon as someone is ready to talk, so you can go ahead and handle your business. Which other phone at this price point can you name that giving you all of these features? Let me know down in the comment section. I'm seriously curious. And all of these features are being powered by the Google Tensor chipset, which is the same exact chipset that is in the flagship Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. You can get this in 128 GB of storage and 6 gigs of RAM. I think it comes in one flavor with a 4,410 milliamp hour battery that supports 18-watt wired fast charging. I mean, it is not the fastest, but it could definitely get you top up and get you on your way. You know, or if you're one of those overnighters that charge your phone overnight. One of the main standout features of the Pixel 6a 5G is the camera system. The phone is equipped with a 12 megapixel f1.7 27mm wide angle lens with face detection autofocus and optical image stabilization, along with a 12 megapixel f2.2 17mm ultra wide angle lens that can shoot up to 4K 60 with electronic image stabilization and optical image stabilization for smooth video capture. And the front facing selfie camera is an 8 megapixel 24mm wide angle lens that can only shoot at 1080 at 30 frames per second with auto HDR video. Camera system in this more budget friendly Pixel 6a is basically the same exact camera lineup that was in the flagship Pixel 5. And while that may sound slightly outdated to some people, it doesn't really make this camera system obsolete. As a matter of fact, the opposite is true, since this current camera system has stood the test of time and has surprisingly always come out on top, especially when it's compared to some much newer cameras out there right now. Plus, the same camera system is now being powered by the more sophisticated Google Tensor chipset that has better image processing built in, as well as a more updated software processing that just enables this phone to deliver truly stunning photos at this price point. I am absolutely sure that if you had $349 right now in the US, you can find a similarly priced budget smartphone that can take pictures as well as this one, or match some of the features and benefits that this one has to offer. The Pixel 6a at $349 is punching way above its price class, and it's almost directly competing in performance with some of the more expensive flagships, and even beating some of them out in a blind smartphone camera test. Now, I didn't do that test myself. It was a random test by someone else. MKBHD, I might just link that video down in the description so you can check it out just in case you didn't see that video, so you can see what this thing is capable of doing. I'll go ahead and say it right now, this phone is not perfect. At this price point, you do have to expect some trade-offs, which may or may not be a big deal for you, such as there is no expandable storage card slot and there's no wireless charging. You only get a 60Hz display on this one versus the 90Hz on the Pixel 7a and 120Hz on the other flagship smartphones. There is only one RAM and storage option to this one, and I mean, one of the worst one of all, there is no headphone jack on a budget smartphone. And you already know this is a budget smartphone, so there is no telephoto lens, just the wide and ultra wide, which does a really adequate job if you ask me. The truth is, some of these features are really nice to have, but they're not really deal breakers, in my opinion at least. And I mean, the feature-rich benefits that this phone has to offer definitely outweighs any of those trade-offs that I mentioned earlier. I think the Pixel 6a is great for anyone who is looking for a smartphone that can deliver a great balance of features and affordability in a really versatile package for both work and play. I really love this thing, and I recommend it to almost anyone that I know who is on a limited budget but they want the entire Pixel experience. I don't think you can go wrong if you buy this thing right now for $350, but it's even better if you can find it on a really good deal. So I'm gonna leave some links down in the description to any deals that I find with the Pixel 6a. Let me know if there's anything that you think that I forget to mention in this video. I mean, I try to think of everything that I can talk about, but if you think I forget something, leave a comment down in the comment section and ask your question, and I'll try to answer it immediately. Please remember to hit the like button on your way out, and if you want to see more videos like these, click my face to get subscribed, and check out one of these other videos right here. I made them for you especially, and I'm not sure where it's gonna be, but you can find it right here somewhere. Peace.